They're nice.
Yeah, it's 8:40. Good morning, Rod MacBeth. Lloyd Tosoff's here. We are talking cars. Lloyd is a singer, songwriter, musician, and a car nut of sorts, too.
That's right.
And we're talking Corvettes. My kid would, he just loves Corvettes for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, they're great cars, and they're sexy, they're fast, and they're the best bang for the buck out there.
And at one point, we thought the Corvette would be in trouble because they went through a really ugly, awful era, and then they reinvented themselves.
They did. The C4, sorry for you C4 owners out there.
No, don't be sorry for them. They got one.
It's not my favorite year. I never had one of those, but I've had a few after that, the C5, C6, and C7. Even had a ZR1, the monster. So,
yeah.
But I love Corvettes. They're great cars.
I do. I've got a soft spot for the 63, 64, 65, 66, the 69s and that. And then the you get into the newer models, the 5s, 6s and that. And those are nice.
They're all nice. Yeah. But the older ones are pretty, but unless you're a car nut and you can work on them, stay away from it.
Exactly. So everything you needed to know about cars, the Corvette Show. You have got an album out. It's called Road to Somewhere, Lloyd Tosoff, the Redneck All-Stars. Tell us a bit about this.
Well, the project started off about a year and a half ago. I'm a writer. That's what I do. So, I'd written a number of novels, and I have a new one coming out this year.
Really?
Yeah, called Escape from Königsberg. But I have two out right now called Point of Return and Vanquished, action-adventure novels. But my brother is a pretty well-known musician around town, and I was had a little success in the music business in my early days. He said, "Hey, you got to get back writing songs." So after a sabbatical of a long time, I went back and I started writing, and I found that 10,000 hours of writing converted quite well into songwriting. So I wrote this album, and as we did it as a demo project, we decided, hey, it's a record project. So that's how it ended up in this form.
That's kind of neat. And I'm looking at you're like going back now. See, I didn't know you were an author. And I'm looking at the Point of Return and Vanquished and the Consultant that's available on Amazon. Right. Very cool. Have you always been a writer?
No. Actually, my real job up until 2009 was I was a construction executive with a really big company, Canadian company, helped build it. And but I got to be a kind of an older guy, and I said, if I don't quit now and do something that I really love in a creative, artistic way, I'll die with a song in my heart, as they say.
Yeah. That is so cool. Wow, that's really interesting. So all you readers out there, we're going to post a link to this on our Facebook page too. So the novelist, you did that, then all of a sudden everybody's got a novel in their heart, everybody's got a song in their heart. You put all these songs onto a CD. So we're going to play one song. Just tell us a bit about the album itself.
Well, the album is a collection of songs that really is reminiscent of the kind of rise of West Coast country and Southern rock in the 70s. I know it's a bit dated, but it's produced with a really top-notch modern production value. All the best guys in Vancouver played on this, and we're really proud of the sounds. The songs are really well written. I've got a lot of interest in Nashville. In fact, I've got one guy, Gary Gentry, who wrote the Corvette song for George Jones and The Ride. Iconic songs. He loves this album and loves my writing, and so him and I got to be friends, and other people have really stood up and taken notice. So we're really pretty excited about what's on this album.
Excellent. Well, what do you think is your favorite song on the album, or what's the one that's getting the most response?
Well, the one that's getting the most response seems to be a song called "Beyond the Shadow of a Doubt." And it's more of a kind of a Don Henley lyric. It's kind of a life song. I woke up at 40 looking back down a long winding road. Then I looked ahead and saw that the road's going to end someday. Oh. And that's kind of the essence of the song.
Well, here's Lloyd Tosoff and the Redneck All-Stars. And the name of the song is Beyond the Shadow of a Doubt on Tri-City Radio.
Up at 40, looking back down a long and winding road. Squandered half my life and put a few good dreams on hold. I picked up the pieces of a longing that lay scattered all about, searching for an answer that remains beyond the shadow of a doubt. I found a good woman who loved me more than I could love myself. She kept me standing upright through so many times when life had gone to hell. Though I thank my lucky stars that me and that old road have finally straightened out, I keep searching for the light that still remains beyond the shadow of a doubt. I have walked the road between a sinner and a saint, nearly gave up what I am in exchange for what I ain't. I almost lost it all till I drove the devil out and let love lead the way beyond the shadow of a doubt. Now all I know for certain is the road I've traveled on is gonna end, and I pray that I still have the time to do what I can to make amends. Lord, take the buried secrets of my fear and keep my soul safe in your house. And when heaven calls to me, I'll gladly go beyond the shadow of a doubt. The road between a sinner and a saint, nearly gave up what I am in exchange for what I ain't. I almost lost it all till I drove the devil out and let love lead the way beyond the shadow of a doubt. Beyond the shadow of a doubt. Beyond the shadow of a doubt.
Tri-City Radio 98.7 CKPM FM. A little bit of southern country kind of rock for you on a Wednesday morning. Lloyd Tosoff is here. Lloyd Tosoff and the Redneck All-Stars. Are you redneck?
Oh, you're damn right. Yeah, I had an ex-wife that called me a conscious redneck.
Oh, yeah, and that's why she's an ex, right?
That's right.
I'm looking at some of the players on here. You've got your brother Ted that's doing background. He also produced and engineered this. You've also got like Mike Sanishin, George Wolf, Sean Susi, Steve Susi, Dennis Marchenko, Ray Roper, just some great artists in there. Yeah,
the best. I mean, we spared nothing on this album. We decided to really just go for broke, and we are broke now.
Yeah.
But no, these guys are just great musicians, and Vancouver is equal in class to anything that's coming out of Nashville.
And that's kind of cool too, because the Liberal government recently just announced that funding for music in the province, and they want to get people to stay here. I mean, it's pretty sad when somebody like well, let's say Bryan Adams can go and record his album in Toronto if he'd ever want to do it, and he would save a pile of money. He could get a $100,000 album for $20,000, and you can't do that. But now you'd be able to do that here.
Right, exactly. And it's the Vancouver scene is an amazing scene for anyone that's doing original music, because you've got great studios, you've got great players. You've got everything you need in Vancouver that you have in LA, Nashville, New York, anywhere. And
you've also got the rich history of music here, too. Everything from, like, Nick Gilder, just right there, to Stone Bolt, to, all these.
Oh, absolutely. As a matter of fact, Ray Roper from Stone Bolt sings a lot of the backups on this project. And so, yeah, we had a lot of fun.
And another icon from the Vancouver hard rock, I don't know if it's hard rock, but this lady, I mean, the queen of rock and roll in Canada. Darby Mills did background on one of the songs.
She did. Darby did Answerbacks. Actually, she's featured on Taking It Rough.
Okay.
And it's kind of a Memphis R&B, a la Chris Stapleton kind of a tune.
Yeah. I don't know what's that. Someone's talking. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, let's go on. Somebody's talking. We're hearing voices in our head. Here's Darby Mills. And the name of the song?
It's called Taking It Rough.
On Tri-City Radio.
It was too late to say that I loved her. She said that it wasn't enough. I foolishly thought there was a chance till I stood all alone on the backside of love. All I can hear is the sound of my footsteps and her voice as it rings in my head. With a heart full of sorrow, I can't get used to her empty side of the bed. I'm taking it rough. I'm taking it rough. I should talk to myself that it's gonna get better, but I just be pushing my luck. I'm taking it rough. Somewhere between her heart and mine, I must have missed her last call. I should have listened to the cue she was given when the writing was there on the wall. Was it something I did or I didn't do? I guess that I'll never know. Looking back now, I wish I knew how late my heart was for the show. I'm taking it rough. I'm taking it rough. I should talk to myself that it's gonna get better, but I just be pushing my luck. I'm taking it rough. I'm learning hard. In the end, all that matters is the love that defines who you are. It's not what you promise, it's what you deliver. What I gave didn't go very far, and I'm taking it rough. I'm taking it rough. Words that she told me. She set down her bags at the door. I'm leaving, so please don't try changing my mind, 'cause I don't love you anymore. I'm taking it rough. I'm taking it rough. I should talk to myself that it's gonna get better, but I just be pushing my luck. I'm taking it rough. I'm taking it rough. I should talk to myself that it's gonna get better, but I just be pushing my luck. I'm taking it rough.
Tri-City Radio, 98.7 CKPM FM. That's Taking It Rough, Lloyd Tosoff and the Redneck All-Stars. Darby Mills, she does not sound out of place on that little bit of country rock there.
Well, she's a great singer, and she knows how to sing, and she knows how to place her voice exactly where it needs to be.
And that's what I love about Darby. She is just such a treasure, and I actually had her in just over a week or so, I guess 2 weeks ago now, and we had a good talk, and just a fabulous lady. Now, it's funny, this John Ellis guy, I get a call from him one day, and a guy by the name of Ridley Bent, and hey, I heard you're a rodeo announcer of sorts, and I says, well, yeah, kind of, I work Cloverdale a little bit. And they said, well, can you come in and voice something for this Ridley Bent CD? And I thought, yeah, why not? Where are you? They said, well, we're over at Little Mountain Studio, where I don't know what it's called now.
Right.
Yeah, but I said, well, I'm a block away. So I just happened to steer in there, did that, and I got that little bit of a thing there. And then I get a call from you. Right. Saying, hey, I hear you do some rodeo stuff, and you had an idea. Now, what's the concept that you had and the idea behind this?
Well, the concept of the song is, my wife bought me a cruise, the one and only transoceanic cruise that I will ever take in my life. 5 days on sea and then 5 days back. I'm sorry, but it's not my thing. But anyway, so halfway across on the way back, I picked up my guitar because I was really bored, and I came up with this opening line. And I don't know if I could say this on the radio.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was like, he had balls as big as Texas, not a thinker by any means. So I thought, wow, how can I come up with an idea like that on a cruise? So that's the rodeo. It was a sea rodeo, an ocean-going rodeo.
An ocean-going rodeo. This is the Rodeo King, Lloyd Tosoff, and the Redneck All-Stars, Tri-City Radio.
This next cowboy loves living life on the edge. From the quarter-mile run to the 8-second ride, here's the Rodeo King.
He had balls as big as Texas, not a thinker by any means. He mixed 90 proof thicker with a couple twisted sisters from a farm down in Abilene. Daddy found him thrown back around the woodshed and chased him through the front yard gate. Nearly got him square with a barrel full of buckshot, but Daddy couldn't shoot straight. He was a red-blooded, hell-raising, whiskey-drinking, flag-waving, woman-chasing son of a gun. Drove a 64 short box board-out Ford that smoked them all in the quarter-mile run. Our good-looking, bow-legged, bronc-riding cowboy could have been a bull-riding king. Should have left them twin Texas sisters alone and kept his business in the rodeo ring. With an out-of-state plate that just said trouble, he wasn't too hard to find. It was rodeo week down around Brownsville when his fortune turned on a dime. Them little twisted sisters and the big brother Bo chased him halfway across the state. Ran him off the road in a big-ass Dodge and drove a push bumper through the tailgate. He was a red-blooded, hell-raising, whiskey-drinking, flag-waving, woman-chasing son of a gun. Drove a 64 short box board-out Ford that smoked them all in the quarter-mile run. A good-looking, bow-legged, bronc-riding cowboy could have been a bull-riding king. Should have left them twin Texas sisters alone and kept his business in the rodeo ring. They hog-tied and shoved him in the backseat with the sister on either side. The king was in a fix and he knew he had to pick one of those ready-made brides. He just smiled and looked at the one and then at the other and said, though I'm in a bind, I ain't the marrying kind. You can kiss my ass instead. Word traveled fast that his better days had passed, but they settled with them in the end. With more than just a kiss, cause Daddy didn't miss, and the king could never ride again. He was a red-blooded, hell-raising, whiskey-drinking, flag-waving, woman-chasing son of a gun. Drove a 64 short